Hello, friends. Good evening. Welcome to Humanology 2443. Yeah, happy Thursday evening. Good evening. Welcome. Let's do stretching. Yeah, so in a long time I went to the gym, and to me, going to gym is like a physical therapy because typically I do home exercise. But yeah, my low back it's been so much for a while, maybe a week, 2 weeks. So yeah, I went to the gym and did low back exercise with many different equipments, and it feels a lot better now. Okay, yeah. So to me, that's physical therapy. Okay, I didn't see any physical therapist because it's expensive service. Okay, so yeah, I just went to the gym, and that's my physical therapy. Basically, you can go to internet. What exercises are good for lower back. Yeah. So kind of self help, self care in the gym. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I did a lot of stretching too. Ah. Okay, now let's do martial arts. Okay, it's like archery style in humanological martial arts. It goes like this. Okay, all right, just like an archer with bow and arrow. Now, hua. Okay, that's that. Okay, my respect. Thank you. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna cook my dinner in the microwave, but it's the frozen baby carrots and frozen chicken thigh, deboned and deskinned. It can look funny because they are frozen, but yeah. Uh, Let me microwave this. 17 minutes. Okay, so yeah, microwave background noise. Yeah, I got my whiskey. That's good. Now let's do humanotherapy. Let's continue humanotherapy. Okay, so like humanology hospital. Okay, mental health care in humanological way. Okay, after learning from psychology, psychopathology, abnormal psychology. Okay, because uh, that's a spiral, I think. Let me get that spiral. Okay, so because I don't allow any one of those. Okay, so huh? The very back corner. How do I get it? Uh, Let me try whip, just like a belt. Right. Let's see if this one works better. Oh, okay. No, it's still not working. Why do they get that spiral? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use sword. Wooden sword. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna get that spider with wooden sword, okay? Yeah. It's very safe wooden sword. That is not metal. It's wood, made of wood, okay? But it's pointy, okay? Yeah, so the spiral, but it's pointy, but it's wood. It's not metal, okay? Wooden sword. So I'm gonna get that spider with this. Okay. Just went away. That's good enough, okay? Yeah. All right. No. Yes, wood, but still pointy. Okay. Yeah. Let me wipe it off. The tip of that wood is wood, okay? It's not metal. Very safe, okay? Ugh. Ugh. Is it the right way? I guess not. Hmm? Okay. But that was fun. All right. Good evening. Yeah. So let's get. Yeah. Welcome. Good evening. My proud future leaders. Yeah. Marshall Education College Diploma. Thank you. Let's get back to humanotherapy. Okay. Humanological hospital. To help out people with mental illness. Okay. Yeah. So it's like this. Okay. Yeah, I did read some like Wikipedia or internet articles written by psychologists, psychiatrists. It really helped. Okay, so they have good knowledge there. I appreciate it. Okay, so now, but so I learned from them, but I'm gonna add my own stuff, my own theories. Okay, yeah. So we learn from other people, and also after that, we come up with our own theory to make it better. Okay, that's what scientists do, scholars. Okay. And we are in human school, so we do that stuff. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes break for chorus. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 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 Hey, welcome back. We are back. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Good evening. So, yeah, my professor leaders. Yeah, Mazwa is College man. Okay. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. And okay, let's get back to humanotherapy. Okay, so uh from normal person, I'm a normal person. Okay, my parents very good parents. Okay, so but some people grew up in abusive household where their parents are abusing them as they were children or teenager. Okay, belittling them, insulting them. Yeah, you are nothing. You are nobody. You become nothing. Okay, you are a failure. You're a mistake. That's parental bullying, okay? So so those children they have very low self-esteem, okay? And so to compensate for that, they start to lie to themselves. This narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, so they become pathological liars. Okay, yeah, I've seen those people. Okay, or some of them become school bullies. Just they learn how to bully people from their parents. It's a very negative education. Okay, they learned it. They are educated in bullyism. Like they pick on somebody weaker than they are, and then they get away with it. They learned it from their parents, the smart bullies. Okay, so it's a very bad school. It's basically like a crime. Okay, how do they? There's no school that teach how to commit crime and get away with it. Okay, there's no formal school like that. Well, maybe back in the days in Japan, the ninja school, they did train at the assassins, ninjas. Okay, okay, but it could be seen as a military school. In United States, they're snipers, police officers. They're kind of special forces of police academy. Okay, like snipers or what's the other name? Long time ago, I watched some documentaries about them. What's that? Let me look here in the internet real quick. Okay, so in police academy, the special unit is called uh special unit in police. What's it called? SWAT team. Yes, special weapons and tactics. SWAT team. Special weapons and tactics. SWAT team. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay. Uh, also the snipers. Okay, like long range. The manual one shot by one shot rifle because so they is high precision. Okay, with the telescopic or telescope and this just one shot and it's not semi-automatic rifle because if it does that because so it shakes too much. Okay, so it's a manual cocking, just one shot and then manual cocking, second shot. Okay, snipers. Okay, so yeah, uh, police officers department they have those units, special unit. Okay, but they're not assassins. They're trained to stop criminals with firepower. So they're not committing any crime there. Yes, sometimes it's shoot to kill. Yes, in order to save innocent people from a shooter, criminal. So it's not assassination. Okay, no, it's legitimate police business. Okay, ninja school in Japan back in the days. We're talking about like what 300 years ago, 500 years ago. Okay, ninja school in Japan. There are a lot of warlords, warring sectors in Japan. Okay, different tribes, different political sectors, like 500 years ago, whatever. Okay, and they hire assassins, and they're the ninjas. That's how it began in Japan, ninjutsu. Okay, yeah, like ninja star. Oh, the all this black gown, and then sometimes like poisoning. Okay, and so that's of course like kitana sword. They hide it behind the bag. Okay, and all they work at night. That assassins. Okay, so to blend in the darkness, Yeah, they're covered in black clothes. Okay, the mask, except the eyes. They work at night. Okay, but that's back in the days, though. Okay, welcome. Good evening. Yeah, my professors. Yeah, martial arts, education, career development. Thank you. 5 minutes break. Okay. Look, I'm kind of suspicious about your name. Okay, but my recommendation, please change your name. Okay. It sounds like a little bit like theft. Okay, your name. Okay, that's what it sounds like. So I recommend you to change your name. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes break for correct. Thank you. No. Well, okay. So uh the school of bullism, okay, the bullistic parents, the smart bully parents, bullying their children, verbal abuse, but not physical abuse. Maybe physical abuse, maybe just a little bit, but leaving no marks, no bruises, no broken bones, no bleeding, no nothing. Okay, smart bully parents. Okay, the school of bullism. Okay, and their children, uh, they learn that from their parents as victim of parental bullying, domestic abuse, mental abuse, psychological abuse, okay? And so they're observing as they're bullied by their parents mentally, verbally, psychologically, okay? They are observing it as because they're children, they're teenagers, okay? So for 2 decades, they learn that from their parents. And they become school bullies, office bullies as they grow up. And so they bully people and they in a way they can get away with it. And they learn it from the school of bullyism, from their parents. So those are the bullies. Okay. It's horrible, I know, but it exists. Okay? And it's a problem. And we want to solve this problem. That's why we're talking about it. It's important. Okay. So in psychology, they say, oh, childhood trauma, well, you can get healed, but not 100%, maybe 99%, but 1%, it will always remain as a mental scar, mental wound, and it will be still somewhat traumatic for the entirety of your life. It will never go away. I disagree. I remember being bullied seventh grade when I was 13, South Korea, middle school, okay? I talk about it again and again. Why? I enjoy talking about it. I do. I genuinely enjoy talking about it. Because to me, it's not traumatic anymore. It's a source of entertainment, to be honest. And education too. Because as I get more knowledge, okay, like from psychology, psychiatry, or just coming with my own theory, like why it happened, what's the cause, and what's the solution. Okay? It's a case study. Okay? And that's great. So I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that I was bullied. Okay? Because it's a great material in humanology school about mental illness. Okay? Yeah, yeah. So it's good. Yeah. Traumatic back then, but now it's a case study material, which is fantastic. Okay? So, okay. Yeah, and I enjoy talking about it. Okay? It's fun. Okay? So, solution? Learn martial arts. Okay? Then Buddhism start. Also, do good in school. Yeah, be a good student. Study well. That gains, then you will gain more political power and also learn martial arts. Okay, so study well, exercise well, and learn martial arts, study martial arts, practice martial arts. Then all the Buddhism will go away, and that's what happened to me. Went away like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes break for correct. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Let me get some anti-acid. Ooh, that's whiskey strong. Ooh. Yes. So that's what happened to me. Okay, so when I was bullied, seventh grade, fourth year in middle school, I was lazy, so I did not study, I did not exercise, but I was good runner though. I was good at running. Okay, but other than that, I didn't like do taekwondo. Okay, I did taekwondo in elementary school. Okay, but not on seventh grade, middle school, fourth year middle school. Okay, so yeah, after that, after bullied for 1 year, yeah, I got more serious about studying martial arts. So Buddhism stopped. So as I do exercise, martial arts, and studying, good exam score, I start to get more friends, allies. So I became more politically powerful in school. That's eighth grade when I was 14. Okay, yeah. And later on, like high school, okay, so yeah, I studied and martial arts and everything. So Now I have allies, friends, and more popularity, more political power in high school. Yeah, now I'm in a position to stop bullying, to protect weak people. Okay. Yeah, there's some of that. Okay. Because now I'm in a better position. Yeah. So it's a happy ending. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So, the victim of this domestic abuse, okay, by their parents, okay, they become bullies. Okay. So, then what's the solution? So that to heal them so that they don't repeat the crimes that their parents committed to them. It's an inheritance of crime, okay? It's like, so school bullies, office bullies, they're people with antisocial personality disorder. They just hate people. That's why they harass other people, okay? And they learned it from their parents. The school of bullyism, school of hatred. Their parents hated their children. That's why they bullied, abused their children. They hate their children, okay? They learn how to hate people from their parents, the bullies, school bullies, office bullies, okay? Yeah. Antisocial personality disorder. They hate people. They learned it from their parents. Okay? For 2 decades, as they're preteens, as they are teenagers, and after they move out of their parents' house, they are still that antisocial. They hate people. They become so they are normal in schools, right? They become office bullies at work. Okay, they harass people, sadism, like bullyism in the office, okay, verbal abuse. Yeah, because that's how they grew up. Okay, so let's come up with some solution for that problem. Okay, to that problem. Yeah, 5 minutes back, Bucharest. Okay, thank you. Right. Yeah. All right. So human analysis of bullies. Okay. Like on the road, like they overspeed, tailgate, caught in front, the road bullies, okay, on the road. Office bullies. When they're younger, yeah, school bullies, okay. So before that, victims of domestic abuse by their parents. Okay, so I'm very sorry. I am okay. They did not choose their parents. Okay, so from normal person's point of view, who grew up in nice environment, peaceful, loving parents, like I did. Okay, it's very difficult to understand why they behave like that. Okay, so we have to. The only way to understand the bullies' behaviorism is to resort to psychopathology, abnormal psychology, because they are not normal people. Okay, they're damaged individuals with mental disability. Okay, that prolonged exposure to those trauma for 20 years when they're children, teenagers, committed by their parents, domestic abuse, that trauma happening again for 20 years, it become more or less permanent mental disability. And those are the personality disorders, like antisocial personality disorder, okay? But it can be healed, okay? Because in human school, we're optimistic. We come up with solutions, okay? But it won't be easy for them to be healed, okay? First step, they need to admit that they have that problem, that issue, mental disability, personality disorder. They need to know it, and they need to admit that they have that issue. That's step one. Step two, they need to make conscious of effort, conscious and conscientious effort to change themselves, improve themselves. Step three, they need some advice. How can they better themselves? In human hospital, humanotherapy, it starts with something very small. Learn to smile. Learn to smile at people. Learn to say hello. Learn to say good morning. Learn to say thank you. Learn to say good afternoon, good evening. Learn to say please. And they tend to be very arrogant people, bullies. They are like, oh, I'm the best. I'm in control. Bullies, okay? They need to learn about humility, okay? Those are religious virtues, traditional religions. So maybe it's a good idea they go to attend some established religious organizations, organized religions, no matter what it may be, okay? Like humility, love, respect, being kind, being gentle. Yeah, traditional religions, they teach that stuff. They need to learn it. Spiritual healing, okay? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And if they have enough money, yeah, they can see therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, clinical psychologists. Sure. Okay. If they do not have money, they can come here, humanized hospital, okay? But no individualized therapy session because I'm busy. They can just watch these humanology videos in the internet for free. That's all I can offer them, okay? Because I'm busy. I'm doing this as a volunteerism, charity, pro bono, for free, okay? So I have to limit time and energy spent here, okay? So no individual therapy session with me, no. Just watch the video, that's it. That's all I can offer, okay? 5 minutes break, Bucharest, okay? Thank you. Yeah, welcome to humanology school, okay? So, time check now. It's been less than 1 hour, okay? So, 5 minutes break, thank you. Uh, looks nice outside. Okay, so we want to heal bullies, okay? We want to help them out, okay? Uh, so they are the people who grew up in hostile household, like their parents hate them, okay? So that's what they learn, okay? So they learn to hate, okay, from their parents as they grew up as a child, teenager, from their parents, they learn to hate people, okay? And because of that, bullies, they are very unpopular people, okay? Uh, so because they are unpopular, they are unhappy. So what do they do to get happiness? Many times, they start to eat a lot of sugar, donuts, cakes, ooh, ice cream, jam, was strawberry jam. Do not eat that stuff. Okay, we could be what whatever jam the spread in the bread. All this jam. Oh, don't do that. It's too much sugar in there. Artificial sugar. They put tons of that stuff. Okay, as a preservative. Okay, but a jam is bad idea. It's just too much sugar in there. Okay, or chocolate, candies. Okay, so they start getting a lot of weight. Okay, so I have this hypothesis. Okay, obesity. Without looking at psychology or psychiatry literature before that, I came up with this hypothesis as a humanologist. Okay, my guess was this. Okay, the obesity probably there's some positive correlation, statistically speaking, with child abuse experience. Victim of child abuse as children, as teenager, they tend to become obese people. That was my hypothesis. After that, maybe several months, maybe a year after that, yeah, I finally looked up in the internet, in like Google search, okay, in the internet, like yeah, Gemini AI, okay, which is very cool tool, okay, yeah. Do victims of child abuse tend to have obesity problem? And the answer is yes. To me, it makes perfect sense. How did I guess that? Based on my past experience of observing some bullies, okay, a lot of bullies in like school bullies and or office bullies, they tend to be very obese. Okay, so my guess was this. Okay, if they have this prolonged child abuse experience, they must feel a lot of pain, right? To neutralize that pain, maybe they do a lot of sugar to sweeten their bitter life experience. Because a lot of bullies I've seen, I'm 48, okay? I've seen bullies in schools. I've seen bullies in offices. I've seen some bullies in the US Army too, okay? So a lot of bullies have this obesity problem. Too much sugar, okay? And that was my hypothesis. It was confirmed, okay? Yeah, the internet articles, academic articles written by psychologists, psychiatrists, psychologists, who does a lot of statistical study, okay? And yeah, so they wrote those papers, okay? So Google AI, Gemini, summarizing those internet published articles, academic articles in peer-reviewed journals. Okay, so okay, yeah. I did not read that. before I came up with this hypothesis, just independently, okay? As a humanologist, logical deduction, empirical observation of other people. Okay. 5 minutes break for correct, okay? Thank you. Yep. Now, some case study, okay? Uh, how many years ago? It was in Alaska, okay? I went to Walmart, okay, to shop, to buy food, okay? And there's this lady, maybe at the age of late 20s, early 30s, okay? She was with her 2 children, I think, 2 or 3. I was like, oh, what a nice family. So I smiled to that mother of young children, maybe at the age of like 5, 6, 7, maybe 4, okay? Something, yeah, small children, okay? About 5 years ago. So I smiled at the mother. She was not obese, okay? Good looking lady, yeah. Do you know what she said? She said, crazy. After she looked at me, okay? She did not smile back at me. She kind of like squinted like this, okay? That's crazy. That's what she said. True story. I was like, really? Really? I smiled because, oh, what a beautiful family. She was not obese. No, she was quite attractive, okay? Between the age of like maybe late 20s, early 30s, maybe, okay? But she called me crazy just because I smiled at her. I smiled because, oh, what a beautiful family, okay? I didn't say anything. I just smiled at her. But she looked at me like with this squint, like, then she looked away and saying that, she walked away with her children. But that's crazy. That's what she said. And I heard it. I didn't say anything. I didn't quite understand. Why did she respond to me like that? I smiled at her. I was not like asking her out. No, obviously she's married with children. Okay, so married with children, that means they're married, happily married, and they have children. That's what they mean, married with children in American English. Okay, so there's some TV show out there. Okay, so well, yeah, so yeah, she's married and she has children. That's what it means when we say married with children in American English. Okay, so yeah, she's married and she has children, beautiful families. That's why I smiled. I was not trying to ask her out. No, obviously she's married. I smiled because what a beautiful family in Walmart in Alaska. Okay, but she's kind of squalled at me, scowled like not. I'm exaggerating, okay, but she was like, "What was that?" And that's crazy. That's what she said. Okay, and I heard it. Most likely she wanted me to hear it. Okay, I was like, "Why? Can you take a guess why? Some possibilities. I have some theories. 5 minutes break for correct. Okay, now how much time do we have? Yeah, abnormal humanology humanopathology, okay? Yeah, the humanized hospital. Okay, it's been about 1 hour. Let's take 5 minutes break and ventilate the room. All right. It was such a bizarre experience. And I did not understand at that time. I do now, okay? Case study, okay? So I do not know their names. Okay? We never met again. So no identity information there, okay? Case study. 5 minutes break. If you have a theory to explain this phenomenon, please do so, okay? If you want to. 5 minutes. Okay, welcome back, Gavin. Uh, yeah. So I'm sorry to say this, but I'm enjoying this. Okay, I'm having a lot of fun here. Okay, academically speaking, some large scale analysis in human school. Okay, we have to come up with some large scale explanation. Okay, so scientific, objective. Okay, non-bias, no bias. Okay, so one possibility is this. Maybe the lady that I saw in Walmart, when I smiled at her, she scowled at me and she said I'm crazy. I was like, what was that about? I had no idea. That was like 5 years ago. Okay? I had no clue. My smile was not like this. No, it was like, "Hmm?" This whole incident happened like for lasted what 3 seconds, 5 seconds at most. Okay, she walked away. I walked away. Okay, so yeah, but I remember it was 5 years ago. I have good memory. Okay, so it was so bizarre. It was strange. It's not understandable at all as a normal human being. Okay. And but now that I study some psychopathology, abnormal psychology, because those kind of abnormal people we cannot understand in normal terms because they are not normal, they are abnormal. Okay, so my guess is that she has some in her past some bad experience with a smiling man. Maybe she was abused, assaulted, sexually or non-sexually. I do not know. But my guess is that she has some bad experience in her past with a smiling man, smiling random stranger guy. Later on, she still retained that memory as a trauma. That was my guess. Then let's be objective, okay? Maybe some biological evolutionary experience, evolutionary biological explanation to this, okay? Does trauma, the memory of bad experience in the past, does it have some biological function? What do you think? Does it have some evolutionary advantage? Trauma. What do you think? Okay. If you want to think about it, okay. Yeah, 5 minutes break. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Welcome to human school. Okay. Yeah. Now you talk about biology. Okay. Sure. Yeah, so now let's go to evolutionary biology, okay? So, because we want to understand some strange human behaviorism like that. In the Walmart, I love Walmart, okay? So, but me smiling at a lady with her 2 to 3 young children, and then making some very brief eye contact, like maybe 0.1 second, okay? And then she saw me smiling at her, and then she scowled at me, and then she said, "Oh, he's crazy." Okay, I think she said that to her children. Okay. Okay. So hypothesis, maybe she has some trauma. Okay, some memory of bad experience with a random stranger, smiling adult male guy. Maybe some kind of violence or some kind of assault, sexual or non-sexual, whatever. Okay, some traumatic memory. They were my guess, okay? Because I never saw her. I do not know her. I never seen her again, okay? Total random stranger in Walmart, okay? So my guess is she has some traumatic issue, okay? So, but now let's be objective, okay? Biology, evolutionary biology, okay? In Alaska, we have moose, okay? Some moose are nice to, quite friendly to humans because they're everywhere, moose. Okay, they look like deer or ox, horse. Around that, okay, there some moose are friendly to humans. Some other moose very hostile to humans. Okay, my guess is that it's based on their past experience. We are talking about mammals, animals, moose. Okay, so my guess is that logically, logical deduction here. Okay, so some moose are hostile to humans based on their past experience. Maybe they've been harassed by humans in their past, so they have this trauma memory of bad past experience with humans. So whenever they see humans, then they see humans, although it could be nice humans like me, they're very hostile to them, cautious about them. Perhaps anxiety, worry about that kind of bad past experience recurring, happening again. To prevent that another dangerous situation, like past experience in this moose's memory brain. Yeah, I remember humans, they're mean to me. Okay, so let's avoid humans because in my past experience, humans are bad. Okay. Yeah, welcome. Good evening. Yeah, my professor. We're talking about biology. Okay. Yeah. But okay, that's moose number one. Hostile to humans. Okay. Anxiety, trauma, worry about the bad past experience with humans occurring again. Let's avoid that. Let's avoid humans, okay? Because in my past experience as a moose in Alaska, humans are bad. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it has some biological function there. Trauma. Perhaps evolutionary origin of trauma, anxiety, fear, even hatred, aversion, avoidance. Okay. That's moose number one. Moose number two, in this moose number two's past experience, this moose number two have very good experience with humans. So when this moose number two see another human, not hostile, very friendly. I've seen those two kinds of moose in Alaska because I've been here for past 11 years. Okay, so there's some biological evolutionary explanation of some biological function of trauma. Maybe sometimes it could be positive for survival to avoid danger. Maybe sure. Very more objective here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Uh, but I did not read this theory in psychology, psychiatry, literature because I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a humanologist. Okay, maybe some of them already published those articles about this benefit of trauma, evolutionary origin of trauma for survival. Maybe they wrote those articles. I don't know, but I just came up with this theory whether it exists or not already as a humanologist independently. Okay, because we're smart people here. Okay? Time is vocalized. Okay, thank you. Well, more than 30 minutes left. Okay, yeah, thank you. Bucharest. Okay. Yeah, I think my dinner is ready. Baby carrots and chicken thigh, water boiled. This one is actually glass jar. Okay, so yeah, okay, fully cooked. Water boiled, microwave. Nice. Okay, now let's travel back to South Korea. Okay. Okay. 1990s. Okay. Yeah. So after graduation of middle school, we went to high school together. Okay. Sometimes same former classmates. We got back together from middle school to different high school, but same town, Pampo, Seoul, South Korea. Yeah, Gangnam, south of the river. Okay, so okay, year 1995. I was 10th grade. I was 17-year old, high school. Okay. Yeah, 50 boys again. There was stand up back then. Okay. Yeah, 50 boys. But in high school back then. So South Korea? It depends on high school, but our high school, yeah, school uniform, okay. There's summer uniform in blue and winter uniform, kind of like student tie, okay. So and then yeah, military style short haircut, okay. But shaving is not allowed. It has to be short hair. They're very particular about it, okay. And then like marching, just like military, okay, marching and running. It was not group run actually, no cadence, okay. It was not that military, but still, yeah, formation, okay, marching and exercise, yeah, running mandatory, okay. So uh, all the classes were mandatory, okay. All boys school, 50 boys, teenagers, high school, okay. In South Korea, back then. I don't know what now, okay, but yeah, middle school serious, high school serious, okay. In America, middle school 2 years, high school 4 years, right? Yeah. So in 1995, I was 17, 11th grade, okay, 11th grade. I was very serious about studying. I want to go to a nice university. Okay. So just at the beginning of the class election, okay, class president, class vice president, and their cabinet members, student government of 50 boys, okay, yeah, yeah. So there's some prerequisites, okay. Your school grade has to be at least this, like LSD, GPA, okay, okay. So some people run for office. We're like 17-year-old, 1995, South Korea, okay, high school. Well, I did not run for any office, okay? Political, this student government. I just wanted to study, you know. I gotta go to university, you know. But some more politically minded students with GPA more than B, they ran for an office. Yeah. Student, like class president, class vice president, and about 10 cabinet members, okay? So about 12 of them out of 50. Okay? So, yeah. But because I was like almost all a student, okay? Well, I'm smart, I'm academic, okay? So just because my grade is so high, I was ordered to give a campaign speech. And I said in front of 50 boys, okay, hey, nice to meet you. But I'm not running for student government position because I need to study. I want to focus on studying. Yeah, so please do not vote for me because I'm ordered to present campaign speech, but I have to be honest with you. I do not want to be elected. I have to study to go to top university in South Korea. Okay, so please do not vote for me. Thank you. That was that. We are allowed to say that, okay? But like top students, school grade, okay, like almost like all students, like I was, we are ordered, we are mandated to at least give some campaign speech, okay? Yeah, for like 5 minutes, okay? But we are allowed to say, yeah, I do not want to be elected. And that's what I did. And I think there's one more who said that. One or two. Okay? We are allowed to say that. Okay? No, it's story time. Yeah, sure. Time check. Yeah, more than 30 minutes left. Okay. Yeah, 5 minutes left for rest. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to human school. Okay. Have fun, right? Yeah. Nice. Okay. What happened next? Okay, they voted for me anyway. Okay, so I got the second seat, the class vice president. Okay, how about class president? That guy was shorter than me, but we are talking about South Koreans, okay, Asian boys, okay, all of us same age, 17-year old, 1995, okay. But the guy who got class president said, did he drop out? I don't think so. I don't remember whether he dropped out of the race or not, but I did drop out of the race, but they voted for me to be elected as a class vice president, the second seat, okay, out of 50 boys, okay. But the class president guy, he was shorter than me, okay. And actually, I remember we went to same elementary school. We even went to same kindergarten as well. I do not remember his name, okay. But academically speaking, his school grade was less than mine, okay. But that guy, his skin color, we're Asians, okay. But his skin color was lighter than mine, okay. He's almost like Caucasian, okay. Skin color wise. He's shorter than me, and he's stylish. Okay, he was wearing school uniform, right? But his school uniform is always very, very clean. Okay, yeah, and good personal hygiene. Okay, he's a stylish, fashionable kind of guy, and he's popular. Again, we are all straight guys. Okay, all boys school, high school. Okay, so welcome. Good evening. You are talking about Korean days. Okay, yeah, story time. Yeah. Okay. So you got popular votes. Okay, so you got like a class president, me, class vice president, okay, so and 10 more people, okay, the cabinet members or student government of about 12 people, 12 boys out of 50 boys, okay. And one of our cabinet members, 10 of them, okay, that's one of those two school bullies in the middle school, seventh grade. So here we are, we met again. True story. Do I remember his name? I do. Well, I'm not going to tell you. That's his privacy identity, okay. Okay. How interesting, right? True story. I'm not a creative, okay? How interesting. Okay, yeah, okay. What happened next? Nothing bad, okay? I tell you. Okay, by mistake, vocalist, okay. But nothing bad, okay? It was happy ending in humor school, humor showcase. But it's true story. Time check. More than 30 minutes left. Okay, yeah, vocal rest, okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, so 4 years before that, okay, we were in 11th grade when I was elected reluctantly, involuntarily. I was elected school, well, class, not school. Okay, we had 12 classrooms, each of them 50 boys. Okay, so 1 year's class will give 50 times 12, like 600 boys. Okay, it was like that. Okay, it's like kind of public school in South Korea back in 1995. Okay, so yeah, and so that's you're 11th grade. Okay, 17-year-old. 4 years prior, some of us are in the same middle school. They're different school buildings. Okay, so 11th grade, 4 years prior, we are seventh grade, middle school. Okay, and this one of our cabinet members in 11th grade, he was one of the two school bullies. Okay, more athletic one. Okay, he was like quite athletic. Okay, the other school bully, he was obese, not too much, but he was obese guy. Okay, he was not athletic. Okay, but this guy that I met again in 11th grade, he was quite athletic. Okay, not like star for performer, but he was pretty good at like basketball, soccer. I'm not sure about baseball. Okay, so, because we're not friends. Okay, so but he was athletic. I remember. Okay, but did I run fast? Did I run faster than he did? Of course, I was the fastest runner when I was in middle school. Okay. Okay. 4 years later, here we are. We meet again. Okay. So he got cabinet member position. Okay. So like what? 12 of us. Okay, out of 50. So it's about like top 20, top 30%. At least B or above GPA. Okay. So I guess he's been studying. That's great. Yeah. So in the 11th grade, he was one of our cabinet members in student government. Okay. Okay. Kind of working under me. Okay. So 11th grade, did he bully other guys? No, he did not. From what I recall, he became quite more academic. Okay. So we kind of became friends actually. We did. Yeah. I remember one time, yeah, I brought this big dictionary, Korean English, English Korean dictionary. It was like this thick, okay? So it was heavy, okay? Because I was serious about studying, okay? And so he came to me during the break time between classes, like 10 minutes break, right? Between classes, okay? He came to me one day and he saw this thick English Korean, Korean English dictionary. He did comment to me, hey, what kind of dictionary is this? I told him, oh, it's English Korean, Korean English dictionary. But hey, it's so thick. Okay, yeah, it's like a brand new world there. Oh, I was like, oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a nice one. It's heavy, but yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, so yeah, he and I we kind of became friends. Okay, yeah. I we both remember, right, what happened 4 years ago. He like bullying me, but he did not apologize to me. but I forgive him. I didn't mention it. We can kind of friends, okay? True story. Okay? Yeah. So welcome to human school. Okay? Yeah. Nice, right? Yeah, that's great. Time check now. Good also South Korea, huh? Yeah, yeah. We got less than 30 minutes left, okay? We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Man, ladies and gentlemen, it's interesting. I experienced the 11th grade. A lot happened, okay, but nothing too bad. There one another guy, okay, so that I also have known from elementary school days, okay. That guy and me, I think we were in elementary school together, either fifth or sixth grade, okay. I think we are in Boy Scout together. Yeah. It's a little bit obvious, maybe more than a little bit obvious, okay. And I know that his parents are wealthy, okay. His father, yeah, very successful gentleman, quite famous, okay. But I'm not gonna give you too much details, okay. So, but yeah, his father is quite well known in Pampo, okay. So successful, some kind of legitimate business. That's all I can tell you, okay. So yeah, and was it fifth grade or sixth grade? Maybe he was not in Boy Scout. I'm trying to remember. Elementary school, the co-ed, 50, about 25 boys, 25 girls, okay, elementary school. 1980s, okay, so was it fifth grade or sixth? Fifth or sixth grade, okay. You're in the same classroom. That more than slightly obese guy. But he's not bully type, okay? No, he's not. Okay. I think it was the fifth grade, okay? Yeah, I think. Welcome. Yeah. Korean story time, that's what I do. Okay. Yeah, my professor does. Yeah, martial arts can cut the ground. Thank you. Yeah, 5 minutes break for rest. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, more Korean stories to come. Sure. 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I think it was fifth grade, okay. That more than slightly obese gentleman, okay, with wealthy father, okay. His father is quite famous in Pampo, okay, so a successful legitimate business, okay, that's all I can tell you, okay. And fifth grade, I think if I'm recalling correctly, I think he was elected as class vice president. That's my recollection. I remember he got elected. I think it was fifth grade, okay. Yeah, elementary school. And he was very happy about it. Oh, that's great, okay. Did I run for election at that time, fifth grade, elementary school? I did. I did not get elected at all. But I was like cabinet member. My department, entertainment department, okay. So, okay. Yeah. So I basically worked under him. He was like class vice president, okay. Cabinet member, okay, the entertainment department, okay. So when we went to summer retreat, okay, it's fifth grade. What year was that? Uh, how old were we? Maybe we were 11. So we were born in 1978, okay, so it must have been like 1989 to do the math, okay? Yeah, so 1989 summer retreat to rural region outside of South Korea, okay? We are like 11-year-olds, okay? 25 boys, 25 girls in class, but again, elementary school, middle school, high school, same, okay? 50 people, 50 students each class, and there are 12 classes 1 year, okay? So like 600 students, somewhere together, okay? Yeah. So as 11-year-old, like fifth grade, 1989, summer retreat to rural regions, okay? Like summer camp, okay? Uh, talent show. So I was in charge of this 50 students with entertainment. I was in charge of our presentation of talent show. We're 11-year-old, preteen, 25 girls, 25 boys, okay? And because I was department of entertainment, cabinet member, head of that, heading that project. Now, yeah, they may be class president, class vice president, okay? So, but they have to obey me because I'm in charge. Presentation in this talent show, okay? We did acting, singing, maybe not dancing, maybe not martial arts, okay? But yeah, acting, singing, yeah, we did that. Comedy, okay? So I worked with that Mr. Vice, class vice president, more than slightly obese, whose father is very successful. Less than a business in Pampo, okay? Yeah, we worked very well. Yeah, yeah. So he wanted to sing. Okay. Yeah, 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 sing. Okay. But in more comedy fashion. Okay. We did some rehearsal and there's some others involved. Okay. Maybe 10 people involved in that presentation, entertainment. It's a gig. Okay. It's like acting, performance. Okay. In front of like 600 students. Okay. Yeah. It went very well. We made them laugh. Comedy. Okay. Yeah. So it was successful. Okay. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. Good evening. Yeah. My professor does. Yeah. martial arts can call it. Okay. Thank you. 5 minutes break for chorus. Okay. Yeah, Korean story time. No time check. Yeah. You got like more than 15 minutes left, so 2 to 3 minutes break, okay? Thank you. Vocal rest. Thank you. Okay, so this gentleman, okay, he's shorter than me. And he's more than slightly obese, okay, that's his body type. I remember him, okay. He's big eyes, okay, so shorter than me and more than slightly obese, okay. His father very successful investment business in Pampo, South Africa, okay. Well known, okay. So he's not school bully. No, he's not that type. Okay, but he was more than slightly obese, okay, so Uh, yeah, fifth grade, he got elected as class vice president. Okay, so I was one of his under him cabinet member, entertainment department. Okay, so and it was highly successful performance in front of like 600 students. Okay, summer retreat, summer camp. Okay, so we went very well. Okay, that's when we were elementary school, fifth grade. Okay, now 6 years later, 6 years later, 11th grade in high school, we met again. 11th grade, okay? 1995, 6 years later. And he was not in one of our cabinet members. There were 10 of them, okay? Cabinet members. High school, 11th grade. Me, I was vice president and class vice president. 50 boys, okay? Now, the higher up, yeah, the class president, okay? Okay. So 12 of us, okay? So he was not one of our student government body when we were 11th grade, okay? But he and I, we will remember when 6 years before we were fifth grade elementary school, he was class vice president and I was cabinet member, entertainment department. Okay, yeah, we both remember that. And now 6 years later, he was not even in the cabinet member. I think he resented that. Maybe jealous of me. Okay, 6 years later, and he vocally criticized me. Okay, oh, Honkili, the class vice president. You're not taking care of us, okay? You are not interested in our welfare. You're just selfish. You just study and study and study, okay? But you're elected official, but you're just taking care of yourself, not us. Like in democracy, right? Looking back, he was right. And I'm sorry, I apologize, okay? I was young and dumb, like what, 17-year-old teenager. What did I know back then, okay? I'm sorry, I apologize. He was right. It's legitimate criticism. He was right. But I was like, hey, look, I didn't even run for this position. But you voted for me anyway, right? So that's what you're gonna get. I said, I do not want to be in this student body government. I just wanted to study, okay? I'm not, please do not vote for me. But they vote for me anyway. Then that's what they get, okay? Because I want to study, okay? But his response is like, well, but you got elected anyway, so you have to do your job as class vice president. Okay, you need to take care of us, like maybe not taking care of them, but you need to do your job as an elected official, and you're not doing it. You're just studying. You're not doing your job as an elected official. You're just studying and studying. Selfish. And he was right, and I apologize. I'm sorry. I was young and dumb, but he was right. Okay, he's my guy. Yeah, he's not a school bully. No, he's not. Maybe spoiled a little bit. But I was looking back, I think this is my guy. Okay, so yeah, some democratic opposition. to this mainstream politician. Okay, I appreciate that. Looking back, okay. What happened next? Nothing bad. Uh, let boys be boys. Okay, that's a hint. Okay, so uh, time check. Okay, but it's interesting story. Okay, so nothing bad. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. We'll take 2 minutes break. Okay, nothing bad. Okay, but interesting. Okay, yeah, 2 minutes. Right. Let boys be boys. Yeah, that's a hint. Right. Well, so what happened next was this. Okay, we gotta speed up. We got like less than 10 minutes left. Okay, so 11th grade. Okay, we are like, well, 17-year-old, all of us, schoolboys. Okay, all boys school, high school, 1995. Okay, he vocal opposition, democratic process. Okay, 17-year-olds. Okay, 50 of us, all boys. I was like, you're distracting from my studying. Okay, you just let's get it over with. Okay, you're angry with me. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom, men's room. Because there's no females there. Okay, except for a few female teachers. Okay, well, very few female teachers or administrators or school nurses. Okay, but all boy students. Okay, so that's mostly the men's room. Okay, so yeah, you and I, yeah, let's go to men's room. Okay, you are angry at me. Okay, yeah, let's fight. Let's get it done and over with. Okay, you're angry at me. Okay, let's stop. Okay, you're distracting from my studying. I want to study. Let's get over it. Okay, so and then we're talking about 11-year-old boys, all boys school, Seoul, South Korea, 1995. Okay, so there's some guards, some of us. Okay, because this was just here me. Okay, in the bathroom, men's bathroom. Okay, men's room. Okay, so yeah, there's guards outside of that door or men's bathroom, and inside of that door, men's room. Okay, outside, yeah, nobody interfere. Okay, no audience. Okay, nobody get into this bathroom. Inside the bathroom, men's room, high school. Yeah, another guard. So there was a three of us inside the men's room, high school. So South Korea, 1995. Okay. So that nobody get into this bathroom. So outside, yeah, they wanted to get in. Okay, so they're guards. We're students, same age, 17-year-old boys. Okay, so nobody interfere this. Okay, yeah, but inside, yeah, one guard, so that nobody get into this bathroom, guarding the door. Okay, because many people wanted to see this. They didn't. Okay, so one guard inside the bathroom. It's a big public bath, high school men's room. Okay, so it's quite spacious. Okay, so well, and then he and me. What I told them, yeah, punch me. I'm not gonna fight you. Okay, you're angry at me. Okay, I just want to study, but yeah, you're angry at me. Punch me and stop this criticism out in front of everybody. Okay, just please stop it. You're distracting my studying. You just punch me and stop this vocal criticism of me so that I can continue to study. Okay, you're distracting me. Okay, just punch me. Just get it out your anger, your complaint. Just punch me. Okay. What happened next? I'll tell you. How many minutes do we have left? 5 minutes left. We'll take 1 minute break. I need some vocal rest. Okay. So yeah, welcome to my show. Okay. I'm not making this up. I'm not the creative. Okay. True story. Okay. So true story. Okay. It was fun. Okay. So yeah, I asked him, yeah, punch me if I made you angry. Okay, yeah, just get it done and over with. Now time check was 3 minutes left. Time's running around. But so he punched me. Okay, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna punch you or kick you back. Okay, just punch me. Just you angry at me? Yeah, just punch me and get it. Let's get it over with because I gotta get back to studying books. But he's a nice guy, okay? Yeah. So he punched me, okay? Abdomen, yeah, six packs because we do like sit ups and stuff, okay? So that no broken bone, no like bruises, no, he's like he punched me like six packs, muscle, abdomen area. I was like, so I walked back in the bathroom, spacious bathroom, okay? It was a good punch. I was surprised. I was impressed, okay? I was impressed, okay? I never saw him in taekwondo school when we were in elementary school together, okay? Maybe he went to another taekwondo school, okay? I don't know. But that was a good punch. So I need some recovery time, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Hey, okay. Good punch, okay? I'm paraphrasing, okay? Okay. Punch me again. And he did punch me again. I think it was abdomen, okay? Something like that. But, and then, second one, okay? Give me some 20 seconds to breathe. Time check, 1 minute left, okay? Punch me again, okay? He was like, it's not quite working, okay? So, okay. Uh, we got 1 minute left. Okay, and then okay, so it's now quite working. Okay, so we went outside. Okay, went back to classroom. Okay, and then we sat in the classroom. Okay, so and then he came to my desk and he told me, "Yeah, take off your eyeglasses." And I didn't. I'm like, "Why? I'm back in studying books." Okay, and he grabbed my eyeglasses off and he gave me roundhouse kick on my face. I was sitting on my chair next to the desk. He gave me roundhouse kick, and that was good kick. Okay, okay, and he did that in front of like 50 boys. Okay, because he wanted to teach me a lesson. He wanted to humiliate me, and he did the right thing. Okay, no broken bones, no broken teeth. Okay, but he did very good roundhouse kick on my face. Okay, in front of 50 students. So that worked. Okay, so I learned the lesson that way. Okay, yeah, I see you next time. It's been 2 hours. Okay, thank you. It was good. Yeah.